Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. I'm going to unpause it. We're back in Captain of Industry. Off to a decent start. We've got 3 farms going. Now, last season, you'll remember if you watched, that our people starved out and it kind of came on fast and it happened all of the sudden. Uh, so we're going to try and keep an eye on food production. I think the main thing there was we hit a drought kind of in the later stages, or the later months, I guess, of the year here. And we just did not have enough. Our farms just weren't productive enough under those dry conditions to keep everybody fed. And once we were short on food, man, everybody died off really, really, really fast. So we'll keep an eye on it. Towards the end of the last episode, we placed down our first diesel generator. I don't imagine we're using this yet. Looks like we've got some diesel fuel that's already been trucked over. And I think we're going to need it once the research completes. That is the mining. I think then we start getting into some buildings that require power. I'm pretty sure these guys don't. We've got a basic assembly up, building construction parts for us. We've only got 33. We've got a warehouse that I didn't pick the item. So now that'll store construction parts. We've got a warehouse full of iron plates. And we've got just an initial smelter set up here. Again, this time, per your feedback, I'm going to try and make use of the second output part of this output port of this existing furnace here. Then we can leverage the same smokestack. I did put in 2 smokestacks just for convenience rather than running pipes all over the place. I could have shared this smokestack. It's got another port. So that's all moving. Things seem to be moving all right. Again, we've got 73 months of food, so obviously the farms are producing, and we've got 7 more population. Let's take a look at that research and see where we're at. 60% progress. We're doing vehicles and mining, and boy, do we have some lessons learned from last season to apply to the mining. Hopefully, we won't be doing as much dirt mining as I did last season. I was trying to go for those underground ore deposits right out of the gate, and I think that's something to save for later. So we'll get real precise on exploiting this surface deposit of iron and this surface deposit of coal. I think it just extends here, this black one. I think this is just stone. I don't know that I can do anything with this. Yeah, it doesn't look like it if I turn the overlay on. And then, yeah, we'll get to the sand as well for concrete purposes. And then finally, I think copper. Now, copper, this one is hard for my colorblind eyes to see. I cannot really detect much in here. Now, I'm guessing that is a surface deposit of copper, right? This must be nothing. I'm hoping this is all surface deposit copper here, but again, this is where my colorblindness may be holding me back. So we'll see when we get there, but I'll go where we see this rock above the flat surface of the terrain, and we'll try and go after that first before digging deep. All right, I think we're just waiting on research. Our Unity is fine. We haven't reached the cap yet. When we get close, maybe we'll start spending it on some maintenance for the trucks and save some maintenance parts. I mentioned in the top of the first episode that I'm probably not going to use Unity to build new buildings if I can help it. It just, I don't know. I'm not crazy about that dynamic from an immersion standpoint. How can you build a building from scratch with no materials just using Unity? It's like you're kind of wishing it into being. So for boosting production, I can kind of understand that, right? You use your goodwill of the community to kind of encourage people to work harder. That kind of makes sense. Maintenance doesn't, but man, boy, last season we were desperate for maintenance parts, so we had to. All right, we've got more research to select. Let's jam on that. Let's go for maintenance. Ooh, or water. Water or maintenance. That's a tough one. How about... let's do maintenance first. Just get it going. Kind of won't overthink it. But water is going to be a close second. So we'll do that one next. And then probably basic diesel. Now, I placed this loose material storage last time. I didn't really use it. So I guess we can place this down near the mines, right? Obviously, it says Stores loose materials, coal, iron, etc. So we'll research that and maybe make use of it. I think I placed these last time. I don't think that's new. But I don't remember really leveraging it if I did place it, if that makes sense. How is our scrap? We still have plenty. We're about halfway through it. Looks like. Eventually, we're going to get the ability to do more trucks as well. Let's take a look. Let's pause here for a second. Okay, new tutorial, mining and dumping. Let's read through this. I know we did it last season, but man, I had so many issues with the mining last time that I'm going to take the extra time. You can just fast forward through this if you would like, but I'm going to read through it one more time just to make sure that I don't make some of the same mistakes I did last time. So, mining and dumping allows you to shape and terraform the terrain on the island in any way you want. You can remove material by mining it with your excavators and add material by dumping material with trucks. The main purpose of mining is to obtain valuable raw materials from deposits around the island. You can see available resources by toggling a resource overlay in the bottom left corner of the screen. So we've seen that. In order to start mining, a mining tower needs to be built near the intended mine location. Mining tower manages vehicles that are responsible for mining operations in the selected operational mine area. Okay. Vehicle assignment. 2 types of vehicles can be assigned to the mining tower, excavators and trucks. Excavators are responsible for mining and loading the trucks, and trucks are then used to transport mined materials to any machines or buildings that need them. Materials that are not useful, such as dirt, I thought it was useful. That's why we mined it like crazy last season, are dumped elsewhere on the terrain. If there is nothing to be mined, all vehicles will return to the mining tower. Okay, fair enough. Mining designation. Okay, to designate an area for mining, select the mine designation tool at the bottom menu. That's new. We just unlocked that. Select the preferred mode with the F key, ramp or flat. We may come back to this so I can remember these keystrokes, but F seems to make sense for flatten. Rotate the ramp with the R key and finish designation by left-clicking or dragging. Cancel designations by right-clicking or dragging. All right, very cool. It's important to know that mine designations should start at or above terrain and continue down below the terrain. Okay, but I think yeah, okay, that makes sense, I guess. We just want to make sure that we do level first this time. That's the approach we're going to test out. Okay, designations are actually specifying the new desired shape of the terrain. If an edge of designation is not reachable because it starts too deep, a thick red line is displayed. If there are red lines all around a designated area, that means it cannot be mined. The numbers on the designations are their absolute height relative to the ocean at the lowest point. Okay, the numbers on the designations are their absolute height relative to the ocean. So I guess that's saying how far deep the deposit is, or just, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that's telling me. I'm kind of a little confused. I guess that's just relative to sea level. Like if we look at where my mouse cursor is, that's 2 blocks down from sea level. I'm guessing that's what it's saying. Doesn't have to do with the deposit. Or not. Designations are actually specifying the new desired shape of the terrain. Okay. The numbers on designations are their absolute height relative to the ocean. So it's got nothing to do with where the ore is. It's just the height of the ramp or whatever. That makes sense. Okay, below is an example of a good designation that goes from the surface down to a depth of -2, the top part of the image, and a not so good designation that is at a depth of -2 but does not reach at or above the terrain and cannot be mined as is, I'm guessing, not as id. Bottom part of the image. So that's just saying there's no way for them to immediately mine 2 levels down. There needs to be kind of a ramp. I think that's what that's saying. That's new. This is new text. I don't remember this from the first time. Could be wrong. Mine operational area. Only mine designations that are in the mining tower's operational area can be mined. You can always edit the operational area of the tower by clicking on the tower and selecting Edit Area. The image below shows that the designations outside the mine tower Operational area cannot be mined. Okay, that's all pretty straightforward. We played with that last time. Note that each designation square can be mined by only one excavator at a time. Interesting. So if you use that's useful information right there. So if you have multiple excavators on a mine, you need to have multiple of these squares that are accessible to an excavator, because they're only going to work only one excavator is allowed per section there, it looks like. Interesting. Okay, be sure that there are enough available designations to mine if you have multiple excavators. Glad I read through this, because that I would not have known. Dumping. Dumping is very similar to mining. The main difference is that you need to designate dumping designations that go above the terrain. However, unlike mining, they do not need a mine tower in order to work because they don't require excavators. It's important to know that dump designations should start at or below terrain and continue up above the terrain. Below is an example of incorrectly and correctly designated ramps to a high plateau. So this one is incorrect because it is saying, hey, go 2 up immediately, 2 above sea level immediately. And they just can't get that high. That's how I believe why this one's incorrect, whereas this is more gradual. Although it says 2 here. Well, maybe it's just the fact that they're going from 2 to higher up. I don't see numbers here on this top one. But basically, they're saying it needs to be a gradual incline so that the dump trucks can get to where they need to go. All right, you can use dumping to get rid of unwanted products during mining operations, such as dirt or rock. It is advised to always set up dumping areas near mines, since unwanted product can fall down into mines from above. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard several comments about this in the last season about like a spillover effect or collapsing mines. So I didn't see any indication of that in the last playthrough, but we'll try and keep an eye out for that. Might be cool to actually see it. Some machines also produce side products such as slag from furnaces that can be dumped into the terrain. Very good. Terrain collapse. Here it is. Terrain is dynamic. When you dig too deep down, terrain material will start collapsing and falling over. Every material has different resistances against collapse. Sand has the lowest resistance, dirt has medium, and rock has the largest. Keep this in mind when planning larger mines. Very cool. Advanced designation techniques. To achieve a desired shape of your mine, you can also use the keys E and Q to raise or lower the current designations, but be careful to always have some edges near the surface to allow access for vehicles. Designations can also be placed next to each other at different heights. This will cause the terrain to collapse and fall from the top one to the bottom one, potentially making some areas too narrow for vehicles to use, trapping vehicles in mines. Be careful to always make wider ramps. So I remember reading some of this in the first season. I don't know that I fully appreciated it, what they were talking about, or that we even saw the consequences of it. So I think my takeaway, and I don't know if they changed this text, but my takeaway last time, as I recall, was just, make sure you have a wide ramps. Don't do it real narrow. But I'm going to read this terrain collapse thing because this is interesting to me and I want to make sure I understand it. If you dig too deep down, terrain material will start collapsing and falling over. So I'm guessing they're talking about the edges, right? If I've got like a pit and right next to it, it's 3 levels higher, stuff could kind of collapse in. That's how I'm interpreting this. Sand has the lowest resistance, dirt has medium, and rock has the largest. So I'm guessing our ores are counted in with the rock. Keep this in mind when planning larger mines. So we'll be very deliberate when we lay out the mines. In fact, we're probably going to do it right now, because I think that's something we unlocked. That's why the tutorial popped up. Okay, there's our mine control tower. We got a vehicles depot. That's where we're going to get our excavators. Does it matter where we put the vehicle depot? Initially, we need to be near our deposits. I guess you could argue, if I bring up the overlay, I guess you could argue the vehicle depot could be over here, right? Because the trucks are either going to go to the coal mine, sand, copper, or the iron ore. So that could be an argument for putting the vehicle depot here. The other argument is saying, well, your vehicles are going to take parts to build, so you want it near your construction parts location. So maybe I find that argument a little more compelling. Let's go ahead and put a vehicle depot down over here. I don't know if this thing takes inputs. If you would belt anything into this. How about right there? We've got the construction materials for it. Boom. We need that for our excavators. Beacon we haven't done yet. I don't. Last time this was really useful for bringing in copper. I think we have more starting copper than we did last one. We'll think about that. We'll come back to it. Okay, mine control tower. We know we're going to want one over here, right by this iron. And the vehicles return to this. Matter of fact, before we even put that, why don't we mark the area we're going to mine first? I don't think we even need the overlay here. Let's focus on the surface deposit first. So I'm going to take the overlay off. We know this whole area is kind of what we want to do. So let's take that off. I'm slanted down. I've got the camera slanted as far as I can do it. Let's go for the mining designation. And let's spend a little time looking at this so we don't mess it up. Okay, so this is on a decline. So I'm going to hit the F key. If we look at the bottom right, you can see it's going to probably toggle. Yeah, I want flat. Now, are they going to make me go? Do I have to ramp to get to this, or can I immediately just say start mining this flat? Right? So we can see that's 2, level 2. This is level 3. Can I just, just wondering if I need to have a ramp going upwards. I don't think I would need to. Let's put a designation there. A designation here. There is a little ore to be had here. Let's do this one and this one. I'm just clicking one at a time. So I'm not clicking and dragging a ramp or anything. Okay, this is +1, -1. I don't think the E and the Q, kind of the height matters until we're ready to start digging deeper. So I think that's going to work as is. Oh, I accidentally right-clicked. Or no, we're fine. I right-clicked to get off. I just hid the designations. That's fine. Now let's put the tower down. Mind control tower. We'll put it over here. Every time I say that, it sounds like mind control. Let's plunk it down here. That's fine. Okay, the mind control area looks like it's encompassing what we've got. The last thing we need to do is dumping, and we probably want to be able to ramp up here. I think that's kind of the intended design here of the game. Right? So what do I got to do? Mind control tower. Anything I need to do? Nope. Area looks fine. We can assign a truck. Let's assign one just to get us started. And then we'll build an excavator and assign that as well. Okay, it's currently going to be built. I'm going to try to resist using Unity to build stuff. I know there were some suggestions, but I've already kind of talked about that a little bit. Now we need a dump zone. And I believe they want us to ramp this way. Right? Kind of build a ramp. So if I hit the R key there, I'm not sure why that disappeared on me. Dumping designation. Rotate. There it goes. We want to be able to climb up this hill. Now, let's just take a look at the... Okay, we're fine there. I don't want to cover up the ore. So can I climb up this reasonably well? That looks like it's not going to do it, right? We've got a real steep climb there at the very end. I don't think that's going to work. So I'll right-click to get rid of that. Try and right-click. Oops, got to pick the tool again, maybe. Let's get rid of that one. Let's try back a little bit more. That looks closer. I got to go one more back? What do you guys think? Wish you could tell me. Let's go one more back. Will that do it? Or that? Or that? Let's try that to start with. This last little piece here, I'm a little thinking there's going to be a ledge there. Let's see. Can we go flat here like this? Maybe. That looks okay to me. Let's go with it and see. That's a bigger area than I was hoping, but we will see. And then now over here, we've got, once we start processing the iron ore, I think this guy is going to throw off some slag that we need to get rid of. We could have these guys haul it way over there, or I could just dump a pile of it over here somewhere temporarily, right? Just pick a dump site that's a little more closer and just have a pile of it over here just for efficiency. I'm going to try that as an experiment. It may not be wise. So dumping designation, I'm going to put a little pile over here somewhere, maybe next to these farms. Let's ramp it up a little. I think we can do that. I kind of want it close by, right? I want them to pick up this slag and dump it nearby. And then we'll maybe, if we get really far in the game, we can always relocate this pile of garbage. But let's go 3 wide so we can have multiple trucks dumping. Let's just try that for fun and we'll see. Now it's showing red, so they can't deliver there. But maybe once this first row is filled up, maybe this turns green. The other option would be trying to do a level, but I'm not sure what that, what this would do. We can leave a couple. Why don't we put a couple like here just for fun? I don't know what that's telling me. Like maybe there's just no room yet. It's full. So that doesn't seem to be so great. I think we're okay here. Let's just experiment. Like I said, I haven't watched other YouTubers play more than like a very, very, very short period of time. So I don't know what's the best way to do it. I haven't seen it work. So we'll experiment. All right, let's hit the play button and keep things moving. We got our vehicle depot. Once that's constructed, we can build an excavator and maybe some additional trucks. The thing we didn't get to yet, or let's look at the research tree first. Make sure we got something selected. We do. Maintenance. Good on that. The thing we didn't do yet is the beacon. We can try it. I kind of don't want to bring people in, but let's get it built anyway. It doesn't matter where it is, I suppose. Let's put it way over here. I don't think we do anything with it. It just needs to power on and then we're done. Sure. Let's just pop it down there. Again, last season we used that to really good effect just to bring in some materials. We got a lot of rubber and we got copper that we needed for construction parts early on. That really helped. But the citizens that we brought in ended up being more of a burden than a benefit because I had plenty of workers and I just didn't have enough food to feed everybody. So I had a bunch of like population that wasn't really contributing to the village here or the community. Let's see. Did we get anything to expand our housing? It might make sense for us to build another habitat. Okay, housing and services. 80 construction parts. We don't have many. Should we scale this up? Let's see what the bottleneck is here. That's construction parts. We've got 8 in there. What are you held up on? Or did we just need to have another one of these down? It's got plenty of iron and plenty of wood. So it's just an issue of, productivity. I'm willing to boost this. Why don't we boost this and just speed that up? We could definitely place another assembly building, and I might do it. But let's see how far we get with just a boost. If that helps speed things along a little bit. How are we doing on iron? We're pretty good on that, I think. 88. And eventually we'll be able to just connect these guys with conveyor belts. All right, the beacon is ready. Let's read through this real quick. Beacon is up. We'll need a constant supply of power from our diesel generator to keep it running. Also note that manning the beacon requires Unity. It was time. I hope we will be able to provide refuge to as many people as possible. Okay. Very nice of you. We just need to make sure that we have enough space in our settlement and enough food and enough food and enough food. Okay. Great. Good point. Scale up our food production. Effectiveness will decline over time. We will need to repair our ship. Start exploring around to get even more people to join us. Okay, yes, fixing our ship is the highest priority. We're still researching. There's not much we can do about the ship yet, I don't think. Yeah, we're still working on maintenance. We've got Unity stored up. It is declining. What about water? I think everything is... Oh, our vehicle depot's up. Let's get an excavator quick. Boom. And why don't we get another pickup going as well? We probably need 2 of those. Let's just do one. I'm going to take it slow as per usual. This guy's kicking out maintenance parts a little bit better. I'm willing to spend Unity on that. We've got some rain coming in. Food looks good. We're at 91%. We're going to keep a close eye on that. And I think we need another habitat, right? We've got room for 30 more people. Let's... Oh, yeah, I guess we were waiting just because of the cost, right? The cost is 80. Construction parts. Is that right? Yeah, we may need to place another factory for construction parts. I thought I just did one last time, and it was okay. Let's do it. Eventually, we're going to get the advanced factory, and we can do both in that. It's too bad I can't place that one now. I'm not sure how many food markets. Let's see. Provides a food market. Provides food for attached settlement. A settlement needs to have at least 1 food market attached. Otherwise, its population will starve. I don't think that was our issue last time. And they give us a food market automatically, right? They give us 1 by default. I'm not sure how many. Let's see. Monthly need consumed. Does it tell us what provides food? How many of these you actually need per little settlement building? I don't see that. Okay, amount of workers needed is 5. We got 12 workers available. Let's hold off on the settlement till we're a little bit further along with maintenance parts. Let's take a look at that factory again and see. It may make sense to build the second one. Where is that? Assembly manual. Let's see. 20 parts. That's kind of a no-brainer, right? We're producing the plates. Let's just do it. I'm going to plunk this guy down. I think that's going to end up being worthwhile. We'll find out. Research complete on maintenance. Population increased. New refugees. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So we are going to need to get more housing down. We got a bunch more people just came in. Oh, let's turn off the... All right, let me pause if I can. Okay, maintenance unlocked. Let's pick our research. We're going to turn off the beacon. Let's finish my sentence there. Settlement water. Let's definitely do that. Get that going. Start research. I think that's going to allow or get us closer to irrigated farms. We do need basic diesel to unlock the irrigated farms. That'll probably be next. Loose internal storage or material storage. That's not bad. That may be quick. We might pick that one up before doing the basic diesel. But we want to get to these irrigated farms and we want to get those placed. Fuel stations also. Wow, was that a huge problem in my first playthrough? We want to make use of those this time if we possibly can. Let's go turn off that beacon. I don't really want more refugees right now. So that wasn't really a problem for us. Okay, the beacon is paused. Population increases. What do we get? We got 60 copper. That's welcome. 30 rubber, that's welcome. 40 diesel, that's all welcome. 12 new pops, don't really need them, but it gives us more workers. We got 27. But I'm going to turn off that beacon because until we're desperate for materials or workers, I don't really need that thing on. I don't need it consuming my diesel, to tell you the truth. So I'll hit play. We'll get back to it. How's our excavator? Can I assign this guy? Let's do it. Assign. Boom. Now we still got plenty of scrap metal here. So the question is, what should we do? Should we keep doing scrap? Oh, I can pick both recipes. So let's do that. And then let's assign, I wonder if I should get one more truck. Let's do that. Let's build another truck at the depot here. Regular pickup truck. Do I have what I need? I don't have copper. Or I don't have the iron plates. Wow. Okay, we burned through all that. What's this guy waiting on? He's doing his thing. We did have a bunch, but we must have burned through it really quick, putting this this other one down. Now I don't think we need to waste the boost since we've got 2 of these. They're all fully staffed with people. We'd like to get another truck, and I want to get this mine going. He's got nowhere to go. Why aren't these guys doing something? Let me pause for a second. Look at this for a minute and see what's wrong. Can they not get to these ore deposits? Sure seems like they can. I don't see any red. So what's the issue? They're both sitting here. Tower. It's not paused. I'm going to give that a little bit of time to kick in. Maybe no one needs the ore, but I don't think they've done any digging yet. Payload is empty. He's got plenty of fuel. They are assigned. No, unassigned mine control. That all looks fine. Everything looks good. Why are they not mining? Can't remember if we had this issue last time. I'll let that run. Let's kick. We turned on this recipe. So these guys should be willing to take on the ore. They've got a place to dump, if I'm not mistaken. There's our dumping designation. There's our mining designation. I don't see anything red. Right? So is there a reason they're not going? Is that too far down? I don't think so. I think that means they can just get this little corner of surface deposit. Well, keep an eye on that. I'm going to let it sit for a minute. I'm not sure what's wrong there. You guys might see it. It might be obvious. It's not obvious to me. Does this guy say what his problem is? No job, idle, and stopped. Empty. There's got to be something. What's going on here, fellas? Managed. What's going on here? Assigned trucks will automatically serve the excavators. Assigned excavator will automatically mine all mining designations managed by this tower. Okay, managed area. That's all fine. That looks fine to me. What am I missing, guys? What am I missing? You can mine that. Can you not mine that? They are refusing to mine until I specify some dirt. I think that mining area looks fine. We can play with the area next door. Let's see. Mining designation. Now, what else could I be doing here? We can look at the E. There's E and there's Q. Right? That's not doing anything. Is this what it wants? Let's do one of these. Just see if that triggers anything. That's going a little bit deeper. Okay. This guy is taking some action. So it looks like he liked that. And that's me going deep. Now I'm trying to just do the surface stuff. So I'm not sure why. Now, this is the exact way I started mining last time, right? And we ended up going too deep and it wasn't so great. So, okay, maybe... I mean, I can try it like this. Boy, that does not look like it's ramping. Do I need to do that? Now this guy doesn't want to do anything. Gotta say, I'm a little puzzled. Let me pause. Let's take a look. So he took out one little stinky chunk here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I have such a problem with the mining. Let's take a look at the research, see how we're doing there. It's 58%. I want to keep that moving this time. Unity is accumulating. Population is still growing. Food looks great, but I'm not going to get too overconfident on that. Let's take a quick look at what we can build. Make sure I'm not missing anything obvious that we should be doing. Food storage we don't have yet. Diesel generator we do. How is our smelter doing? Could we run another output? Right now, iron plates. So this guy looks like he's waiting. What are you waiting on? Missing inputs. So he's waiting on scrap. He's slowly getting iron ore, but something is wrong with our setup here, guys. What could it be? Sure, this is trying to tell me something, but I don't see it. Let me pause again. I'm going to undo all of the mining designation. Boom. Let's try this again. Now this ground, whoops. It's hard. I wish I could tilt the camera down a little further. Why is this guy complaining? Edit the area. Sure. How can I get to this ore? Do I have to climb up to get it? Maybe. So if I say I just want it flat, it sure seems like I could get this, right? This is 2. This is 3. Can you not get that? Let's hit play and see if when this guy decides to kick on and do his thing. He's got plenty of fuel. That's not the issue. Is there some clever way I have to use to mine this ore? Let's go back to the ramp selection. I would think you'd be able to get to this. Doesn't want to. Right, that's in the range. I see green here. That looks green to me. Now, it seems like that would just keep doing its thing, but let's go research. 84%. Maybe we'll do the loose material storage and place this next to the mine and just see if that's part of the problem. Like there's just no demand for this material. Seems odd. It seems like that truck should be getting filled up with the ore. Kind of confused. Very, very confused. Yeah, I'm just trying different approaches here. If I do the E, does anything happen here with the E? The E and the Q, I'm missing the point of these two. I don't see that doing anything different. Tapping E, tapping Q. We did get one little nugget got mined here when we did it this way on an incline. Let me hit F and toggle through this. There's only 2 toggles. Level. We're down. These 2 are down, I believe. Let's make this a level. All right, research complete, settlement water. Let's go ahead and pick the material storage. I think this one is going to be fast. Does it say how many Unity? I can't tell. I see this little 1 here in the corner. Let's just do it. And then we'll place one of those near the mine and just to debug. I don't know if that's the most important thing for us to research, but I really need to get these trucks going. Not sure what the issue is. You guys may know. There was a little bit delivered here. There's some slag. No, this isn't. There's no slag in inventory. I got plenty of coal sitting in there, and I got 2 iron ore. It needs more iron ore. So there is a demand. What could it be? We got like 1 shovelful, and then they stopped. How do I get up that hill? How do I mine this material? I mean, this looks like it's indicating it's like there's just nothing to mine. This one is yellow. These 2 are green. I believe I see those colors. So why would they be complaining about that? Tell you what, let's wrap up this episode here. I'm going to go ahead and between episodes, I'm going to reread the tutorial on mining. I don't want to do it again on camera. We already spent time looking at that. And see if I can't figure out what the holdup is. Why these guys are not wanting to mine that surface deposit. I certainly don't want to just start digging deep in the dirt like I did last time. We've got a dumping area suggested. Yeah, I'll see if I can figure that out. But we've got plenty of construction parts. That looks good. We may indeed put down another settlement next episode. I'll have to try and remember that. Research is going. We currently selected the loose material storage, thinking maybe I'll put that next to the iron mine and see if that speeds things up or gets the excavator in the mood to do some mining. But yeah, that's it. Food looks good too, by the way. We're doing okay there so far. But yeah, that's it for this one. For now, this is Glidercat signing off, saying thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.